Hello and welcome to episode 9, I guess now, of my playthrough of DireWolf20's 1.18 pack. Last episode you saw us kind of finish up with this little setup. It's going to look a little bit different than we did last time because I went through and added another basic upgrade to the enriching factory, as well as added 2 of these windmills, of which we're going to add a third in a moment. The other thing as well is I took the charging machine that we had over here. And the beauty of this thing is as well is that it can accept power directly from my other power generation. So I just put it straight on top of the energy cell. So now if I need to charge anything, like let's say my mining laser here isn't currently full, I can just throw it in there. It'll steal power from the energy cell and I don't need to worry about just wasting coal just to charge this thing up every single time. So that's kind of nice if you ask me. So I think first things first, I want to add a third windmill because more power is always good. I need to grab a bunch of resources out of my chest over here. I don't need that much iron. I forget what goes into this. I need osmium. I'm going to need some redstone, some gold. I need to do up another one of these redstone thingies. I need to put one of you because I don't have enough of this enriched alloy. I'm going to need to grab out some osmium, which is there. I'll grab out like 2 blocks of this. That's entirely too much iron, but that's fine, I guess. Awesome, we'll chuck that in there. Go 6 of those, and then we'll chuck in 2 osmium once this is done. We'll sleep while we're here. Now, kind of the 3 windmills might be OP because these things generate a ton of FE a tick. They kind of generate power depending on which Y level they're at. So if you look just underneath the mini-map, you can see that we're at Y12 currently. So depending on which Y level you are on the map, or in the world I guess, is how much FE this will generate. So I guess you could technically just go all the way up to build limit, which is what, 256? And do that if you want to like optimize how much power you're going to be generating from it, but I don't think that's too necessary. I think at 60 FE a tick each, these guys are essentially, one of them is powering each of the smelting factory and the what's this on, the enriching factory as well, the enrichment thingy, without really much effort from us, which is nice. It's just passive power generation, we don't need to put anything in. So we need to put in these 2 really quickly and make up the other things that we need. So I'm going to need to grab out some gold as well. And as well, this is now, I think it's already a gold chest, but I went through and added the stack upgrade tier 3 just because we had the stuff finally for it. So like now our stacks can go up to, what is it, 8 times 64, whatever that is. Can't do maths at the moment and I'm a little bit tired, so my brain isn't working at 100%. Let's grab out that stuff. We want to make another one of these, right? So I need 2 of these bad boys. Bang. And now I just need, it's just 1 of these that I needed, which is all we had. Nice. Another windmill. Bang, this thing. Actually, what we're going to do as well while we're here is we're going to grab out, I think it's tin that we need. Yeah, I'm going to grab out some tin to make a Crescent Hammer. Oh no, it's just iron. Never mind, that can go away. It's iron and an iron gear, which means we need 1 nugget. We should have 1 in there still. Oops, didn't even click on it. I'll make that. We need a Crescent Hammer. This is actually from Thermal... Thermal something? From the Thermal series. I don't know. I forget what that mod is called. But it should give us the power to rotate the windmill. Just freely, just by right-clicking on it. And obviously, you can see that little port there. That's where the power comes out of, so we want to have that facing into our power cables, essentially. And I've also made sure that it's pointing in the direction that is behind the energy cube, because I want all the power to go into the energy cube and then go from that out. Yeah, we've got another spot here, because I want to add a second enriching factory, because if this one's going to be full doing ore processing, I won't have time to do like things like steel and such. But we got the windmill out of the way. We wanted to do that first. Today we're going to just spend some time, I think, I guess continuing to gear up, right? So last time we made the armor and the pickaxe, and that was all well and good, but my sword is still lacking. It's just an iron sword. It's nothing too crash hot. So we're going to get a better sword straight away. We're going to get a magnet from thermal as well. Same as the flux capacitor. We'll use that to charge and I guess keep our flux magnet charged within our inventory. And we're going to make a time in a bottle for some tick acceleration as well. So we'll get the stuff that we need for this. We're going to need some bottles, which I thought I had a bunch of them laying around somewhere. I'm probably not going to be able to find them now, so I'm just going to grab out 3 glass and make some more bottles. What else did we need? Some diamonds, some lapis, and we got the gold. So I need 2 diamonds, 2 lapis, I think. We're going to make these things kind of out of order. And now we've got a time in a bottle. This will accrue time while it's in our inventory, and then we'll be able to spend that time to accelerate our machines and such, so that we can smelt things faster or do other things like that. And it's also going to be kind of cool for you guys, you keen-eyed viewers, because I'm going to keep it on me at all times pretty much, and while I play between episodes, like between last and this one, I did a bunch of mining, so our resources are nice and healthy, and we won't need to go do that for a while. As well as, like you can see, we have a couple extra stacks. We have an extra stack of diamonds or whatever. You can kind of keep a track of how long I've been playing, because if you look at this, we're on episode, what is it? Episode 9, and each of them going roughly, let's call it, what's the word? Going roughly 30 minutes. If we look at statistics and we go down to time played, I have been playing on this world for 1.9 days. So nearly 2 days, so call that 48 hours. That doesn't sound right. Does that sound right to you guys? That doesn't sound right to me. 2 full days of playtime is probably not right. 1.6 hours, it must be there. But mind you, a lot of that has been spent AFKing and working on the colony down here. This is just super time consuming, waiting for things to build. Like you can see, that's in process of being built. I think that's just another house. There's a farm over there in the back that's being built as well. The university is being upgraded. So it's just a lot of walking around managing our builders. Oh, speaking of which, the university's finished being upgraded. It's kind of nice. I think that'll be able to accept another researcher now, which is kind of cool. But I've been making progress down there. I haven't been showing everything because a lot of it has just been just upgrading everything to level to I guess tier 2, level 2. We built a fisherman's hut over there as well. It's just kind of boring stuff. If it's going to be something a little bit more interesting, like other professions, I guess, which we actually have one unlocked. We have the sawmill unlocked through research. I will show that on camera, but other than that, it's not really worth the time. I think it's just kind of boring seeing a lot of that stuff, because it's just me running around talking to the builders, making sure that they have the materials that they need. But you can now keep a track of how long I've been playing. Let's get rid of that and that we've made. The next thing we're going to make is the Fluxo Magnet, which is just a bunch of metals and redstone, and we're going to make the Flux Capacitor, which is just the same thing. Let's grab out like 2 blocks of that, 2 blocks of that, grab a couple blocks of that. Gold and lead. Okay, cool. I'm going to need to make 2 of these, I think. We've got a magnet now. Oh, that fits in the charm as well, and the Flux Capacitor. So the Flux Capacitor is kind of like what it sounds like. It's a capacitor, so I can also throw this, I think, into my charging station. Yeah, sick. And that'll build up its internal capacity of power, and it'll charge other things that are in my inventory. So like if I am mining, it'll keep my mining laser charged for a little bit. But the main reason I'm grabbing it is because of the Flux Magnet. I don't know how we activate this. Hold shift for details. V to change mode. There we go. Auto attract mode is on now. So now if we drop things and we have the magnet enabled, come on, work for me. Maybe it's not going to work because I dropped it. Let's see. What can we test it on? Everything's far away. Yeah, that'll work. We'll enable it now. Oh wait, it's not working obviously because it's not charged. It needs power. So what we're going to do is, yeah, this is now set to mode inventory. It is a charm, so I can actually throw it in here somewhere maybe. Maybe not. I think it's meant to fit on my back, but that's fine. That can just kind of sit there. And now that this is working, tracks items using redstone flux, energy 0. Why are you not working? Press V, all items, there we go. Change mode. Why are you not charging? B, maybe? Equipment, inventory, all items. All items, I want you to charge everything. Why are you not charging my Flux Magnet? Okay. Well, we can do this for the moment. We can just throw that in there and get it charged. Okay, are you enabled? Auto attract enabled. Cool. Now when I break things, it gets sucked into my inventory from some distance. See that? That's kind of cool. That's all I wanted to show. I'm going to stores redstone flux and recharges other items. No, to all items. Use while sneaking to... Oh, okay. Bang. Now it's activated. Right, and now, yeah, okay, cool. Now it's gone down from max charge. It's lost 0.05 thousand RF to charge this back up to full. Okay, cool. I figured that out. So you have to change the mode on it to all items and then shift right click it to actually turn it on. So that's kind of nice. So the wrench can go into there. Got so much junk. Let's just bin that stuff. We don't need that anymore. So that's kind of cool. That's just some quality of life things as well. So now if we're having to shift and break things that are far away, like if I have to break this block on the smeltery, I don't need to worry about it falling into lava or whatever that's underneath me. It's just little bits of quality of life. And that can just kind of live in my inventory as well. That doesn't need to be there. I want to fill that up, as you can tell. But I think the main thing of today is we want to make a better sword, right? That's what I started off this episode saying. This one's kind of lackluster. I've already gone through the Mighty Smelting Book, which is the third tier of the Tinker's Construction, my bad, Tinker's Construction mod pack. And look through the tier 3 materials that we have access to. And seen which ones have the best attack damage, which for me seems to be the Nahuatl, which isn't that hard to make. I think it's just by pouring obsidian on logs we can do that. But as you can see, like durability and things like that isn't great. So what we'll do is we'll just put that as our head. And to be honest with you, the whole reason that we went through and made steel last episode, and we went through all this, was actually so that we can make this sword, right? Because steel has extremely good tool handle properties, as well as having a good thing, a good extra, I guess, what would you call that? Like an ability, I guess, or like a material ability, which is called ductile, which tool is longer lasting, mine's faster, and damages more, which is kind of cool, right? So having that on our Nahuatl sword will actually increase the base value of attack. And because I think the broadswords that we have, like the regular ones, are just kind of boring, we're going to go ahead and make, what's it called? The Cleaver. It's just a cooler looking sword. It's going to attack slightly slower, but we can fix that with different modifications and things like that. But enough jibber jabbering. We'll make the Nahuatl Planks, which we're going to need to make the Broadblade. How many things does that cost us, actually? Okay, cool. It's going to be 8 blocks of obsidian, and we can pour it directly onto a wooden piece. So I'm just going to go into here, because I'm pretty sure I have obsidian here, and just grab out 8 of them. And hopefully we can melt this at lava. Yeah, we can. Awesome. Now we need to make a wooden piece. Bang, of the Broadblade. And then we can throw that in the casting table. Once that's melted, that'll be good. And then we're going to need, what was it? 1 large plate and then 2 of the tough tool handles, which if we look here, this will tell us the cost. So it's going to need 4 steel for the large plate, and then the tough handles are 3 each. So that's 6 plus 4 equals 10. So 4, 8, 10. That should be all the steel that we need as well. I should really turn that off. To make what we actually need for this cleaver, and then we're going to add some extra cool modifications to it once that pours out and does its thing. So we're going to need some casts actually, so I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to grab one of you, and we should still have the sand in here. Wait for that to cool off. Alright, cool, that's finished. Now we just make the plate cast in there. We'll pour those in. Our maths was right. We've got 6 left in there. So wait for that to cool. Bang. We need tough tool handle. I'm going to need that back. And then we'll do that one more time. That should be all the steel we had. Our maths worked out perfectly. 2 of those, that, and then the Nahuatl Broadblade. So we're going to go here and make this now. So we've got Ductile 3, which is kind of cool. We've got Lacerating and then Severing 2. I think Severing is just innate, like with the Cleaver. You just do that with the Cleaver. And we can compare this actually. If we look at the attack damage of the Iron Sword that we have being 6, and then look at the Cleaver's attack damage at 10.87. That is a significant increase. It should be able to 2-hit or near 2.5 hit Enderman, something like that. I'm pretty sure they have like 20 HP or something like that. But that sword is now useless to us, which is kind of cool. So you can see the recharge time is actually kind of similar, but I think like the pulling out of it is slightly slower. So we're not as ready to use it. So there is some trade-offs, but we can make that better. How many upgrade slots do we have? Let's have a look. You got 2 upgrades and 1 ability. Oh wow, that's not really a lot, is it? I think ability-wise, we probably just want to add luck to it. Alright, because this requires 1 ability slot. And we should have... Hi friend, why are you sneaking up on me? Okay, so apparently it's not good enough to... What is that? Ow. Bleeding? What? Okay, apparently that had an effect. So as you can see, we couldn't actually one-hit that creeper, and we want to do that. So we're going to do luck, which is an ability slot, of which we have 1 available on the sword. And then we have 2 upgrades, and the upgrades that you can use on swords, if you look here... No, not severing. Are going to be the symbol that has this one, like the anvil looking thing. So 1 probe we don't want, aquatic we don't want, Bane of, which is I guess kills creepers faster. We don't really care about that. Cooling, tool does bonus damage to fire-based creatures, that's kind of cool. Diamond would be kind of cool as well because that gives it increased durability, though the durability is going to be higher anyway because of the steel that we have on there. Haste is a cool one because haste will actually increase the attack speed of it. So that's a maybe. Hydraulic, my tool mines faster underwater in the rain, doesn't really affect our what's the word? I'm blanking. Our sword. It's not a tool, right? Because like we don't care about underwater with that. Killager, which is just lapis, increases damage against villagers, illagers, and other long-nosed creatures. That's kind of cool, but it's just a little bit too one-dimensional. Knockback 1. No, it's just knockback, obviously. Light speed, tool mines, well-lit blocks faster. I guess that would just make it attack faster during the day, which is kind of silly, right? Because you're killing things at night. Magnetic we don't need because we have the magnet now. Necrotic would be kind of cool, though. Wow, that's like very cool. Critical hits on enemies drain their life to heal you. we'll put that in the maybe as well. Oh, we don't have a necrotic bone, we can't even do that. Or congealed blood, or a ghast here. Netherite is just, I guess, like after you have diamond, you can make it a netherite one, which gives it extra durability and stuff. But we don't care. Padded, we don't care. Piercing, we don't care. Severing, we don't care. Sharp, we probably do care about. Tool is so much sharper, dealing more damage. Of which we can have 5 modifiers of that onto here. And that only takes 1 slot. So that's probably definitely what we want to go with. Smite, we don't care about. Soulbound, not really, because we have gravestones, sticky. So this is kind of what I do, right? Every time I make a new tool, I kind of look through and see if there is anything that I kind of want to add to it that makes the tool cool. Swift Strike. Magic purple gems make the weapon lighter and easier to swing. That's kind of cool, but I don't want that. It's also a lot of amethyst that we don't have. And then there's obviously luckier and luckiest, which I think we should be fine because it doesn't require, no modifier slots. So we can get it all the way to luckiest, which just needs a name tag and a rabbit's foot and a diamond. Rose gold we already know how to make because we did the silky. I think we've got a rabbit's foot as well, actually, don't we? This is probably in this one. Yeah, we have a rabbit's foot as well. We just need a name tag and we can do that one. What was I doing? But yeah, then obviously you got like, excuse me, the Draconic, which like gives back ability slots and stuff, but you need like a dragon head or dragon scales and a wither rose. So that's not going to happen for a while. Yeah, okay. Looking at this, I think I just want to add luck to it. Luck 1, and then I can probably get luck 2. Just gold. I need 2 ender pearls. Yeah, I should be able to do that, actually. We can go to the nether, because we found the warped forest there, didn't we? And we can do that one. And this one's just dependent on us finding a name tag. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to add luck to it, and we're going to add sharp to it, I think. I don't care about attack speed. So I'm going to want to grab out my quartz. What else did I need? I needed 2 blocks of lapis lazuli. I needed some copper, which is going to be over here. We have an absolute ton of that, and some blue flowers. I should have like a bunch of cornflower somewhere, actually. Like an absolute bunch of it. There it is. Cornflower. I'm just blind. Okay, so then can I shift right click this into there? I totally can. And then we'll put the sword in. There, and then the copper goes there. So now we have luck 1 on there. And you can see it took up our ability slot. And then we're just going to add sharp 1 onto there. And sharp 2 onto there. And now we're out of modifier slots. But that's fine, we can add more modifiers later. I guess now it's just luck 2, which is luckier. So I guess we're going to take a quick trip to the nether to get that done. And then we'll probably come back and have a look at some of these other items. I actually wanted to make something called a mega torch, and we'll talk about that. Mega torch. We'll talk about that once we're back from the nether. But before we go as well, I'll show you this. Grab our cobalt out. Need to grab our armor off. And we'll do some repairs because it's all kind of damaged up. Mobs like hit hard, so staying on top of keeping your armor repaired is not a silly idea. But just that. Okay, I'm just going to put some stuff away and we'll come back once we're inside the nether, I think. Oh, I forgot to mention as well, we forgot to look at this. You're going to burn up, you're fine. So we're at 10 point something before attack damage, now we're at 13.9 with just adding those two. Raw earth shard. I've got to look into this mod as well. I think this was added in the 1.3 thingy of the DireWolf pack, as well as this book, the Hex notebook, got added. It's I guess it's a mod called Hex. Hex, which looks so cool to me. And it's probably going to be the first magic mod that we get into since we got given the book for free. But I think we'll probably do that in the next coming episodes as a little bit of a teaser. But alright, I'm going to go to the nether and we'll be back in a second. I've actually remembered as well, the magnet is a charm. Can I set this? Was V, equipment, inventory, all items. If I set this to just equipment, right, so now you're still fully charged. Let's break some things really quickly. There's my axe. And let's make sure that we're actually using the power of the magnet. Right. Did you go down in power and did the magnet stay charged? The magnet stayed charged. Now if I switch to my mining gadget. No, okay. That's what I didn't want. Yeah, okay. Can I set this? Inventory, all items, equipment. That's kind of frustrating because if I am using the mining gadget, I guess I can probably just turn it off when I am since I can magnet everything anyway. But I didn't want it to use it because the mining gadget would just chew through the power faster than the magnet itself would, making this kind of obsolete. Until we get into, is Flux networks in this game, or in this pod pack? Flux. It's not. Has Flux network not been updated to 1.18? It is a flopper. A hopper for transferring. That's kind of cool. It's not been updated to 1.18, so we don't have wireless charging, as far as I know. Oh, that was a mistake. I tried to parkour and sprint, but it just didn't work apparently. Let's just go /back and say that we did it on purpose. Right, a quick way of traveling downwards is just kill yourself and then go /back. Oh yeah, look at that damage. You guys see that? It did like more than half of its health in one hit. Let's put that backpack back in the... Oh, it's not going in the slot, what the... It's not fitting in its slot. Why? Oh, okay, so you actually have to have it. Okay, that makes more sense. Does that mean I can scroll down a touch and then try to fit the flux capacitor in? I can. Can you fit into other slots? Apparently not. If anything, I want to have the magnet there and the capacitor out so I can keep an eye on how much charge there is. I keep getting distracted. Let's go find some Enderman, hey? Oh, they're obviously not going to be in the lava, so they must be above me. I can see them on that minimap. There's one up there. Let's go see. We'll test out this sword on this guy. So you have 40 HP. It's a 3-hit. I'll take it. Wow, and I got 2 of his heads from that. Nice. Oh, you still hurt so much. Look at my health. My goodness. But we got the 2 ender pearls that we needed. Was that... I think I was already hurt, wasn't I, from the fall damage? That was kind of silly. But we got 3 of their heads. Wow. Of the 2 that we killed, we got 3 Enderman heads. And then place an inventory to initialize usage. I don't know what that does, but can I do anything else cool with the head? We can melt it into molten ender to make ender pearls, I guess. Recapitated. What do you do? Sets tool ahead by 1 upgrade. Oh, that's kind of cool. Sets this tool ahead by 1 upgrade. Does that mean I can, if I put the Enderman's head on it, no modifier slots required to apply. I can add extra sharpness. I think that's kind of cool. We can make this sword even cooler. Anyways. Oh, I'm gonna do that. Okay, we'll do that when we get back. We'll... Where did you go, sir? The second I was gonna hit him, he like disappeared. I don't want to mess with that boss Enderman because that will just 100% kill me. I saw him like with all those particles and stuff and decided no so quickly in my head. We'll kill this guy. Yeah, I need to stop doing that. Maybe I can add like feather falling to my boots. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Cool, that's 3 ender pearls. You're 1 hit. I'll take you. What did you drop? Common lost knowledge. A common knowledge pattern. This can be used in a knowledge holder to help with creating dimlets. RF tools dimensions. I have no idea what that mod is. I guess it's something that we're gonna have to look into later on. How many do we have? 3. Let's just kill 1 more. We'll have 4 underpearls and then call it a day in here. Wow, we're getting so many of their heads. What do you have? Why, you're strong 3, protection 3. Okay, let's not deal with you. I'd rather just kill your friend over here. Alright, we're healthy enough now. Alright, cool. We got 5. We got 2 from that guy, I think. And now, since we have this beautiful thing, we can go /home and not have to worry about finding the nether portal. Which makes life oh so nice. Okay, we'll put some stuff away. We need to grab out gold is what we need. And we need 2 carrots, of which we should have plenty. Yeah, we got more than enough carrots. Is it iron ingots? Or gold ingots rather, not iron. No, it must be nuggets. So just 2. Oops, not the bottle. I want you in there. Bang, 2 of you. What else did we need for luck? I've already forgotten. 2 gold. Ah, okay. No, that was the 2 underpearls. Alright, we can go you in there. That, and that. So now we have luckier. And then if I put the head on here, it's got recapitated on it, which gives an upgrade back. Now, which ones are the upgrades again? I need to just press U on U. Ability. Okay, the upgrades, yeah. So we can totally just do that and then grab more of this stuff. Cool. And now we do 14.65 damage. I feel like that's where we're hitting a point of diminishing returns with that, but hey, 14 damage versus the 10 that we had in our other sword. What was it? Where is it? The 6 damage. Yeah, okay, we've more than doubled our damage output with just this sword alone. That has me all sorts of jazzed up. And as well with luckier. We're cool. I want to see, because getting a name tag is kind of annoying. Apparently our fisher can accidentally fish one up. Recipe is only available to building level 1. It's an 0.83% base chance plus skill modifier from our fisher. So we have a fisher over there. He's been fishing for like a couple days. You can see him there going into his house. There's a chance he has it, but other than that, getting a name tag for us is going to be painful. Book and quill into a mana pool from Britannia with an alchemy catalyst. That's not that hard. This here is achievable from doing some early like Britannia stuff. Like that's achievable. That's something we can like definitely do in like a day. I don't know. It's a solid maybe for me. Maybe we'll think about it. But I definitely, if we're going to get into magic, I want to get into Hex 100%, which was this book. Which is this book. And I only really want to do it because it's purple, and I like purple. And we've got this. So we might start this next episode. And go from there. Maybe we have some cool things to do with that, and then we can get into Britannia, because we're going to need a lot of bone meal, of which we don't really have a lot. Actually, do we have? Man, I'm getting sidetracked so much. Mob. Yeah, we totally do. We have mob grinding utils. We can make an amazing mob grinder with this pretty quickly, actually. Dark utilities mob filter. We can make a pretty, standard one. And this just requires, what, iron spikes, a few diamond. Wow, that's so cheap. I don't remember if this requires power. Yeah, but setting that up, as a mob farm, early would not be bad, because, we're getting stuff. But, bones we're struggling for, and, we need them as well, because our farmers over there in the colony need it. They need fertilizer and stuff, and we don't have compost. Well, you need something. Alright, what kind of time are we looking at? Actually, I think, just having a quick look at it, I think we're at a good wrapping up point for today. We made some more progress. Quality of life wise, we are in a very good spot. Our sword is now kind of OP and has a ton of durability, so that's going to be amazing. And it's going to be super easy to repair as well. The Nahuatl is pretty easy, and the iron is relatively easy to make as well. Our power gen is looking amazing, so we can kind of expand this a little bit, maybe look into getting some upgrades for our ore processing, which is still just going to take forever. We have silly amounts of ores to go through, 397 blocks of copper. That's kind of overkill now. But yeah, okay, I keep getting distracted. Thanks for watching, everyone's still here, and we'll see you all on the next one. Peace.